The information discussed on Talkin Money with Jeff Tarbell is believed to be from reliable sources. However, no responsibility is assumed for inaccuracies. No statement made on this broadcast should be construed as a specific recommendation of a particular investment product. Views expressed are those of the speakers and do not necessarily represent those of CBS Radio. Use only as directed.
Smiles, everyone. Smiles. And prepare yourself for...
Show me the money!
Ladies and gentlemen, the radio broadcast experience designed to keep your wallet in top condition. It's Talkin Money with Jeff Tarbell.
Talkin Money. Talkin Money.
More money, more money, more money.
And now entering the studio, your guru for fiscal fitness, Jeff Tarbell.
Right. How you doing? Got my hair cut. I don't want to end up on Deadspin either there. Chris is giving me the Manny Ramirez voicemail. How you doing? Flying solo for the first hour today. It's been a while since I've been no co-hosts, no guests, no clue, no skills, no idea. And other than that, we should have a good hour. Should be entertaining. We could just, Chris, can we find some... I feel like we should have, first of all, I feel like you and I should be sitting at a pool with like a Mai Tai in our hand and just having a general discussion on whatever we feel like talking about. Do we have any kind of like Mai Tai pool, any kind of background music we could just kind of lay out there? For like
That's something I'm going to have to look at.
Okay, you have to work on that. Okay, so after your assigned duties, which are you're responsible for, you can then look for some appropriate background music because basically, all the live shows I've done lately, I could barely hear myself anyway. So if we throw a little bit of ambiance in there, I'm sure we'll be just fine. So how are you? Another Saturday. It's supposed to be the hot one of the week, so pace yourself today. Start off with the light beer, work your way into the heavy beers, and then get into the Jack. But don't mix that up because you'll be passed out and have a severe sunburn by 12:30 if you're not careful, if you're jacked up by the pool. We start all shows, when I think about it, and usually when I'm here, when I can look at his rugged Hollywood good looks. Christopher Laud, 30 seconds from the mind of Christopher Laud. But Chris, if you want to do a full minute today, I got nothing else to do, so you go right ahead. Take your time. Let me know when you're done.
All right. Many people know that the U.S. Open is in San Francisco this weekend, and this is any advice for anyone going up there. Hopefully you're listening. I'm assuming everyone's listening on the way up to the U.S. Open. But everyone knows the classic, get in the hole, which is good. I have no problem with it if it's the last hole, like it's Tiger putting in for the championship. Come on, let's do it, Tiger. But then the smartass who came up with I'm just going to do it on every par 4. They got driver. Get in the hole. I heard myself on TV. That is the dumbest thing you could do. It was funny the first time, and it was horrible every time after that. It is the did I do that of golf lingo. So if you're going up there, no more get in the hole. Please, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. That's a sign that they started drinking early. When that comes out of your mouth, you realize I better back down a little bit.
And before everyone says that, they're going to their buddy. Hey, check this out. This is gonna be funny.
I'm gonna be on TV, dude. All right, that's Christopher Laud. So Chris will find us some appropriate. I don't know. Maybe we'll find little beach music, some rolling waves, some kids playing in the pool. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, we'll figure that out. I have got 65 hours worth of stuff here in front of me today, so we're going to have to either pick and choose or just we'll just go the whole day and get it done with, one of the two. I'm in the you know what, Ryan is here. Ryan, I don't have to pretend like you're not here, Ryan. Pull that microphone in front of your face here. Hold on a second. You're on microphone 4. Can you hear on the headphones there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Did you bring your own headphones?
I did, yeah.
Oh my God, you are like almost pro.
I'm trying. You got to fake it till you make it.
That's right. Ryan is usually one who's here either tweeting or posting things on our Facebook page. Ryan, with you tell us your name and your company. I don't have to say everything.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah. I'm Ryan Pereira with SMC National, co-owner of SMC National.
Which is what?
Which is smcnational.com. I had to say that. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's a marketing company, full service marketing company. We help you with your social media, with your online marketing, some of the digital assets, and
our website,
traditional marketing. Really, it's become a wide-ranging animal lately. So we don't really let many opportunities slide by.
Yeah, because you just told me you just signed a pro skateboarder.
Yeah, pro skateboarder Omar Salazar, skating for Nike and Levi. Very proud to be representing him these days. Working
with a movie theater. Not movie theater, but a movie production.
Yeah, we have a I guess we'd call him a movie producer. who is working on a few movie projects. We're working on
in Auburn, which is all the
in Auburn, local here in Auburn. The facility is called the Playground. We're forming a new media company out of that playground, but the owner of the playground there has a few movie projects. One with Lou Diamond Phillips and Pam Grier that's already produced and ready to go that I'm excited about.
Cool.
And another golf movie that he's going to be.
We'll get Vince
producing.
down here. Vince is on the show before us. We need to get Vince in a golf movie.
Yeah,
it'd be like the highlight of his career.
That would be sweet.
It'd be like the greatest Father's Day gift I could ever give him to put Vince in a movie. Can you? What role can we put Chris in? I'm just curious. What can? Oh, Chris, you just killed my. There it goes. My text machine my texter went out there, so I know maybe we got to pay the bill here. We're having a power shortage already. It's only 9:00. So Ryan is here. And also, one thing that Ryan does is he does help me track down some guests. We've been looking for some national guests and some local guests, but Jeff, is it Pemstein? Is that right?
Yeah, Jeff Pemstein.
So Jeff is a new home builder and developer. He's going to come in the second hour today, so we'll talk to Jeff a little bit too, because I've been lamenting, for months now on the show why. Or maybe it is. And it's like we'll find out from Jeff. Why isn't the new home business picking back up? Because as I've mentioned the last few weeks, we're in the process of trying to put our house on the market for sale, and we don't even have anything to go to yet. We're just where's that article at? I'll find it here, and I'll talk about it some more in the second hour. But in Placer County, I live kind of in the South Placer County. If you look at the article out of the Sacramento Bee, we have. In that area, and actually quite a few others, you look at, I'm looking at this map, Hopeful Signs in Housing, which was in the, when was this? Last Friday the 15th. Was that yesterday? That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, I was thinking this was last week, so that was just yesterday's paper. An article by Dale Kassler. He's got a little map on there. It's a color-coded map, and basically it goes from red would be the zip codes that are still just not got traction yet.
Yeah.
They're down. Median prices are down less than 15%, and then it goes into the blue where they're up over 10. Well, you look at this map now. This is pretty encouraging because, and I'll show you from a distance, so you don't look at that, but just how much red is on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
Very, very, very little red. A couple areas. What's surprising is that Yolo County comes up on that map as being in the red still a little bit, and that has got to not include Davis because Davis has never gone down. But I look at this map and. There's a lot of stuff in the dark blue, which basically means prices are up 10% or more. And it's interesting now that I'm in the position of being potentially a seller, but I'm also out looking for something to buy. And it is really a seller's market right now in many locations. And I hear a lot of the realtor community tell me the same thing, and particularly where I'm at, it doesn't seem to matter where the prices are because we're in a county where I think maybe realistically it starts about 400 and probably goes to about $1.4 million. You go all the way to Los Lagos. So it seems to be fairly strong across the board out there. And then of course anything under $300,000 is just gone.
Yeah.
So the housing market has been very, very strong, and I'm having a difficult time finding something we want to buy. And if you find something you want to buy, there's multiple offers on it, or it needs a boatload of work.
Right.
So it's interesting to see. We'll keep an eye on this. But through the process of cleaning out my house and picking things up, see, I think everybody, you should be mandated, even if we don't sell our house at this point in time, I won't even be that disappointed because I will have gone through and fixed all the little nuisance items that have been driving me nuts for like months. And we will have gotten rid of at least half of a house of stuff from 3 girls and my wife and myself. We've put all these things together. So everybody should have to either remodel, move, one of those two every 5 years, because you'll look around and go, why on earth am I still carrying this thing around?
I wonder if a bit of spring cleaning has prevented people from actually making the move or the jump. I wonder if they open up their house that much where they're like, wow.
We got a lot of room here.
Honey, we're sticking around for a while.
Yeah, we don't need to move. We just needed to clean. That was it. And so it's pretty funny. So we've been hauling stuff over the donation and giving things away. But it's ridiculous, isn't it? We remodeled our house. I think my wife said we finished in 2007. So that was coming up on 4.5, 5 years now. Mm-hmm. So it's not like the house was, it was just remodel.
Right.
And still you have this list of, like this list in the back of your head, like you never formally write it down. It's just, I got to fix, like that toilet little thing isn't working right, and that door is squeaking is driving me crazy, and all these little things you want to do. And I was on the roof the other day. like an idiot. So when you know things are going to go bad for you when you're on the roof and you've got a hose in your hand, because you know what happens is the roof is going to get wet, and fat guy coming off the roof in a heartbeat. And not only was I on the roof with a hose in my hand, I was wearing those rubber Crocs because they have a lot of grip when they get wet, right? So I'm sitting up there thinking, man, I might have to wait for this roof to dry out. So fortunately, because I'm not an entire idiot, I'm just mostly idiot, I kept a walkway to the left. So cause what I was trying to do is, your dryer vents out the top of your roof. Yeah. And it's got about 7 years worth of lint up there that seems like, I don't know why they do that, but it was collected there. I'm like, that looks like hell. I can't sell a house with a roof. So I climb up there with my scrub brush and my hose and stuff. And I realized I cannot put my foot down, so I am like sliding on my fat butt trying to get down the roof so I don't come off the roof at 180 miles an hour. I said, how did your husband die? Well, he was cleaning the lint off the roof because he's the type A idiot. Didn't want to sell his house. So I was sitting up there going, I hope it gets hot quick. This is in the morning. So every morning I've been, like the first 2 hours in the morning, I've just been doing all my projects. And so I'm getting there. I've got a couple little things left to do. Maybe I won't want to sell after I'm done all this.
Yeah, you never know. And I wanted to say, I don't think you're an idiot, Jeff. I think the ingredients for the idiot might have been there, but I don't think you actually put them together in the right way to become that person. You know?
Well, it's true. You have to have like a combination of three things. If you're full idiot, I was doing 2.5, but I was fortunate enough to do a little test run with my black Crocs. And by the way, who wears Crocs anymore? But they're great for outside walking around. Anyway, I survived. I got the lint off. So if you come out and look at my house for sale next week, and you please look at the roof and go, damn, that looks good. There is no lint on that roof, and there's someone's claw marks from he's sliding down the. If you can get a claw mark in a concrete tile roof, you're scared as hell right there. Anyway, that was and there was nobody around either. The girls were gone, and I would have been stuck there.
That would have been
actually it's better. That would have been all over Facebook. Dad stuck on the roof with a cat. Call the fire department.
That'd have been great for your show,
Oh, anyway, hey, I've got a lot of interesting and good news. The real estate, and I'm not joking about the real estate, and I keep telling some of my clients that are coming in, boy, I wish they want to buy something else, and maybe we'll convert our house to a rental. And I said, you know what? You ought to take a real serious look at maybe just selling it. I mean, I know you're not going to get the price of the highs of the days that they were, and you may be upside down, and maybe you can't sell. But if you can sell, first of all, being a landlord is not the easiest, funnest thing in the world. And your house will never, ever look as good as it does right now if you want to sell it. Because the minute you move out and put another tenant in, even if they're like type A cleanly people, it just won't be the same, right? So
even with Crocs.
Yeah, even with Crocs on and they're on the roof trying to clean your roof, it won't be the same. So the market, let me see here if it gives me a new home sales. Oh, this is so Placer County up 3.7% from May of 2011. Sacramento up 5.8%. This is in prices. Yolo County in general down 4.6%. But that was for new home sales, and the detached stuff. Placer County up 7.8% in the resale homes. Wow. And Sacramento County is just about holding even. So there are some areas that are starting to do some pretty interesting things. From the 530, at least you weren't wearing your roller skates on the roof. Well, I have the Crocs. You remember when your kids had the shoes where the little skate would pop out the bottom? Yeah, fortunately, they don't make those in Crocs because I would have come off quick. Maybe skates are better. It doesn't delay the fall. You just kind of come right off. You get a little momentum out, and maybe you just kind of slide
it's
along.
Like ripping the Band-Aid off. Just get it over
you'll
with.
Skip over the concrete section. You'll land right on the grass. You just kind of get her going. So, hey, I've got I want to bring this up, so I'll use this as a quiz question for the first break. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. And I'm looking for tips, by the way. What is it you would do to sell your house? What do you think you have to do? I've done the obvious. I've got, cleaning out the stuff we don't need anymore. I've cleaned out. See, I'm convinced that when you're looking at a house, a guy looks at the garage and the yard, and the women look at the kitchen and the cabinets. Maybe the master bath. So, I've cleaned out, my garage is organized, but I cleaned out a lot of stuff out of the garage. I got a little storage unit out of there because, I just some of the stuff that's just laying around doesn't need to be. I got it out of there, cleaning up the garage, cleaning stuff out of there. But what is that one tip I'm missing? I mean, maybe cleaning the lint off the roof. Maybe that's the home run hit. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Maybe fun animal shapes in the bushes out front. I'm not really sure.
I tore. This is the other thing is I didn't like the way. So I had some of these bushes, like by the entry that were like they're supposed to be like a round ball and like a round ball. You've seen those type of things.
Yeah,
but the problem is that somebody in my house, because I won't throw her under the bus because she thinks that I always talk about her in a negative way. But somebody in my house encouraged me to fire the landscape guys a few years ago because it would be a good idea for me to get my fat ass out there and do the yard myself. And all we end up with is bushes that are misshaped. So when I'm trying to shape the bushes, I don't have a very good technique. First of all, I don't have good equipment. And second of all, I don't have any art ability. So they don't look like round balls.
Well, you can't use a lawnmower on the bushes. You know that, right?
Or a weed whacker.
Okay.
Yeah, so they end up looking like kind of a misshapen, like a Picasso. And then this same individual who I'm referring to will come out and say, are you supposed to cut them back that much? I'm like, look, if you want to do it, you can do it. So I got to the point where they were so misshapen, I couldn't stand it anymore. So we dug them out. So now I have this, and I have this.
You're shaping the dirt now?
It's just dirt. It's just dirt now. So now I'm trying to figure out how to hire a landscape guy. Could put something in there that morons like myself don't have to shape them, and then B, it looks good because I just tore all the landscaping for the last 10 years out of my front yard. Basically, I've got grass and dirt at the moment, so that's one of the things I've got to work on.
BMX track. I'm hearing the ingredients right there.
Little motocross track. But maybe we need to put like some cookie dough in the oven or something. There's got to be some technique that I need to.
It's the smell, like fast food restaurants. Huh?
It is the smell.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
That's the smell. We'll work on that. If you got a good tip for me, 339-1140, or you can text me at 441140. Here's my quiz question. This week. So we all heard of Bernie Madoff, right? Yes. He's the most infamous mass murderer of our money. He got 150 years in prison, which basically is a life sentence and then some. Alan Stanford was another guy who this week was accused of taking $7 billion through some sort of a Ponzi scheme and investment scams. He got 110 years. So question number one is had he killed all those people, would he got any more of a term? And I think not. I mean, I guess after 110 years, what's the difference? But all of these things are named after the Ponzi scheme, which is Charles Ponzi. He got 5 years in prison back in 1920s. So how much money did Charles Ponzi was alleged to have misappropriated or fraud? So, for example, Bernie Madoff, $17 billion, Alan Stanford, $7 billion. But Charles Ponzi, the original Ponzi scheme, got 5 years in prison. How much money was he involved with? 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text me 441140 if you want. I've got some River Cats tickets, minus the long-haired hippie. And Chris will have to. Maybe Chris can find. Can we play that call on the air, Chris? Or is it just too out in left field?
It's about 3.5 minutes of old lady ranting
about the hellion that is long hair on our society. So if you know the answer to our quiz question, how much money was Charles Ponzi back in the 1920s arrested and jailed for stealing? This is Talkin Money. My name's Jeff Tarbell. We'll be right back.